teaching you today pronouns, prepositions and adjectives, and also some basic questions with examples, how to form a sentence, and also the beauty of Sanskrit having multiple names for a single object, and how to build your vocabulary. I'm going to give some examples. And as usual, we will have a nice verse and a concluding prayer. Okay, now that's the agenda for today, and let's see the answers. Thank you very much for submitting your exercises. It's very good. I think you have done very well, and so did Rishabh. So I'm going to review the answers and slight errors here and there which you can correct. Okay. Now, the first row of all the nouns are all singular. As you see, Purushaha is singular, man. Simmaha means a lion, singular. Ashvaha is also singular. And Gachati is also singular. The second one, you have this column, it's all dual. Ramau, two Ramas. Sevakau, two servants. Gajau, two elephants. Avam Gachavaha, we two go. Third row is all plural. Gajaha, elephants. Putraha, the extension Putraha means sons. Balaha, Viraha, all these are plural. And the final last row is also plural. Naraha, Tishtanti, men stand. Balaha, Pasyanti, children see. So that's all plural. Okay. Let's see the next one. And exercises 3 and 4. Very simple actually. The first line, Eka Deepaha, this is a lamp. Iyam Eka Mala, this is a garland. Idam Ekam Chakram, this is a wheel. Archakaha Ishwaram Archati. Archa means worship or to pray. So generally, the person who does it in the temple is called Archaka. He's really speaking worshiper on your. I think you're probably better off cutting the microphone as well as the video because the internet connection seems to be unstable. Okay?
Okay.
All right. And lastly, Balakaha Phalam Kadati. It's a singular. The boy is eating a fruit. And exercise 4, Balakaha Pustam Patati. Correct? The girls eat many fruits. Balaha Phalani Kadanti. Phalani Kadanti. I think you have mentioned, Balaka Phalam Kadati. It is Kadanti. Balaha, not Balikau. Balaha Kadanti. That's the correct one. The child looks at the moon. Balaha Chandram Pashyati. Adrishyati. It is okay. Iha Shishu. Shishu means baby, But here, Balaha means a kid. So you have to say Saha. Saha Balaha. Not Iha, but Saha Balaha. That's the correct word. This is a lamp. Ayam Eka Deepaha. This is a lamp. Okay. I think you got slight mistakes, but it doesn't matter. On the whole, you have done very well, both of you. And I'm so happy that you were able to submit the exercises. Very good. Okay, let's proceed further. Pronouns. Pronouns are something which describe a noun, adjacent to a noun. So they have the same person. First person, you have Saha. Second person rather, Saha is he. Saha, he. But in Sanskrit, you have to use a noun depending upon the distance at which they are situated. For example, in English, you can say he, whether it is adjacent to you or nearby or at a distance. But here, saha is at a distance. Eshaha, supposing there is a person nearby you, a male gender, a boy, you say eshaha, who is nearby or adjacent. When it comes to plural, ete, they, ete. You see, they and ete, they kind of rhyme each other. So, ete, they. So, when it is a female gender, you say sa. When it is at a distance, it means she. But if it happens to be, a girl happens to be near you, you say esha. You want to introduce somebody, esha Sudarshini, esha Trinetrani. So, somebody nearby. But same thing if there is a group of people, then you say eta. It's not ete. Ete is a male gender and eta is the female gender. Likewise, you have nouns, neutral, pronouns neutral, singular. For a far object, you say tat, like that. You see, there is a rhyming between tat and that. That. And when it is a near object, when it is this pen, for example, or this glass, you say etat, near object. Etat, etat lekani. This is. The same thing is at far off, you say tat lekani. And it is singular. If it is plural, you say tani. Those. For far objects, you say tani. And etani for near objects. For example, you say tani lekanyaha. Same thing, etani lekanyaha. So nearby and far away objects, they have different descriptions in Sanskrit, unlike English. So saha at a distance, esha nearby, etede, sa, she at a distance, esha nearby, etade, singular, tat, for that far object, etat, this nearby object, tani, those for far objects, and etani, these near objects. So these are pronouns. Okay. Likewise, you have prepositions. Like the name indicates, prepositioning, something which is before. There is a verse here, upasargena datvarto baladan yatra niyate. You don't have to really remember this. I have not given the English translation. But for grammar, in English, you don't have these kind of verses. But in Sanskrit, they explain it with example of verses. Upasargam means preposition. Dhatu artho. It comes from a dhatu, means a root. For example, you consider the root verb hr. Hr means to take out or take away. That is a dhatu. And from that, you get the upasargam, which is a preposition, by adding a prefix. In this case, you see the first one example here, the prefix is pra. And you combine pra with hr, you get a word called prahar. Now, prahar means to hit. To hit. So if you have a prefix a and hr, it becomes ahar. And ahar is to eat. In Tamil, you say aharam, right? In some places, you have got ahara griha also in India. A restaurant is called ahara griha, where you eat. So, and hr is to eat. You actually take out the food and put it in your mouth. So, it becomes ahar. To hit also, somebody has to take out an arm or a weapon to hit. If you have a prefix called sam and you add it on to hr, you can get a word, a preposition called samhar. Samharam is to destroy. Samharam is a noun. No, Ravana samharam. Rama destroyed Ravana. So that destruction is called samharam. Mahishasura Mardini. She destroyed some of the demons. So samhar. Samharini means one who has destroyed. So Mahishasura Mardini is called Samharini, who has destroyed the demons. So from hr, adding sam, you get samhara. If you add vi, for example, to hr, you get a preposition called vihar. Vihar is really meaning to roam around. A place, a locality where you can move around. You know, there are localities called as vihar. For example, in Delhi, you have Vasant Vihar. It is a locality. So there are many such places in India which have the name Bihar attached, which means it is a community where you can roam around. Okay, lastly, if you add pari, for example, to the root hr, you get parihar, a preposition called parihar, which means to abandon, to give away, to leave. So you see how in Sanskrit with one root, you keep adding a prefix, you get a preposition. By prepositioning, you add a prefix to your root, a dhatu, and you get a new word, which is a preposition. So you have many of these such examples. I've given you about 5 of them. Adjectives. What is an adjective? Adjective is something which describes the quality or attribute of something or someone. Like you say, a handsome man. Handsome is adjective. A beautiful girl. Beautiful becomes adjective. Blue sky. Blue is describing the sky. It is an attribute of the sky. Therefore, blue becomes adjective. For example, Neelaha Akashaha. Akasha here is the noun and Neelaha is the adjective. Neelaha Akashaha. The cloud is white. Swetaha is white. Megaha is cloud. Megaha is noun. Swetaha Megaha. It means white cloud. White is adjective. Sundara Purushaha. Sundara Purushaha. Handsome man. Handsome is here adjective. Priya Mitraha. My dear friend, you say, right? He is dear to you. Therefore, you say dear friend. So, dear becomes an adjective here. So, there are adjectives which qualify the noun and therefore you have the different words, and what I've given you all relate to male gender. You have got gender in Sanskrit, you have to be very careful about what gender it is, and therefore the adjective will also change according to the gender. Okay, now coming to basic questions, which we all use every day. And prashna means question. Prashna vachakaha means question words, basic questions. For example, who are you? So who is a question. And it will vary according to singular, dual, or plural. In English, it doesn't matter really. You can say, who are you to singular. You can also say plural, who are you? Who are you people? Who are you guys? In both cases in English it is the same, but in Sanskrit it's different. If you say kaha, it is singular. Cow, not C-O-W, cow, but here it is K-O-W, cow, means dual, two people. And there are more than two people, then you say K. Kaha, cow, K. And usually find the outcomes, it is dual. Likewise, if it is a female gender, the question will be different. It is not the same as male gender. From the question itself, you can know the gender with whom you are addressing. In English, it doesn't matter, but in Sanskrit, it does. Singular, if it is a girl or a lady, you say ka. Ka. And dual is ke, and plural is kaha. To the difference. Ka, ke, kaha. I will give you some examples later on, okay? Similarly, what is a question. What are you seeing? Kim pashyataha. Kim is a question. What? The two people, K. And if it is plural, you say khani. If it is neutral gender, if you ask a question where, kutra. From where, you say kutaha. No, these are all questions, basic questions. When you start using them, you will understand them better. This may look a little confusing for you, you cannot remember, but if you start using it, then automatically you will learn it, like a child does, you know. A 4-year, 5-year-old child, he or she doesn't know grammar, but still he talks. Likewise, here, when you start using them, you will start learning them. Don't by heart them, okay? Like, for example, you ask a question, who is he? Saha kaha. Saha kaha. Let's say he is Rama. Then you say, Saha Ramaha. Saha Ramaha. I told you earlier, it depends on the distance where. If it's nearby, you say, Yeshaha kaha. Who is this person near me? Yeshaha kaha. Yeshaha Ramaha. He is Rama. Same thing if you're asking your friend of yours, a girl, who is she? You say, sa ka. You don't say saha kaha, you say sa ka. Who is she? Sa Sita. She is Sita. Yesha ka. Yesha Sita. She is Sita. And if you want to say something, what is this? Tat kim. If it's a fruit, you say tat phalam. That is a fruit. Tat lekani. It is a pen or a pencil. Okay, let's go further. Kutra is where. If I have to ask you, where is the book? A simple translation into Sanskrit. Pustakam kutra asti. Where is the book? Pustakam means book. Kutra is where. Asti is. Pustakam kutra asti. So, where is the book? And if I were to say, here, the book is here. You say, Pustakam atra asti. Atra means here. Pustakam atra asti. If the book is not there, how do you say? The book is not here. Say Pustakam atra nasti. It is not there. Not here. But it is somewhere else. It is over there. Then you say Pustakam tatra asti. Over there. The book is there. Pustakam tatra asti. Suppose you have something everywhere, like light, like air around. Air is everywhere. So you say Vayuhu sarvatra asti. Sarvatra means all, everywhere. Everywhere. But suppose you have parked your car. Where is your car? Vahanam kutra asti. And you say it is not here, it's somewhere else. Somewhere else. Mama vahanaha anyatra asti. Anyatra means elsewhere. Anya means outside somewhere. Anyatra asti. It's not here, it is elsewhere. So, Pustakam kutra asti. Pustakam atra. It's here. Pustakam atra nasti. It is not here. Pustakam tatra asti. It is over there. Vayu sarvatra asti. Everywhere. Mama vahanaha anyatra asti. So you've learned the word kutra, atra, tatra, sarvatra, anyatra. 5 different words to answer kutra. Okay, let's go to the next one. Kutaha means from where. If there is a tree and you see the tree there with the fruits falling, phalam patati. Phalam patati. The fruit is falling, singular. Phalam kutaha patati. From where? Kutaha means from where? Phalam kutaha patati. Phalam vrikshataha patati. Vrikshataha. That means from the tree. Vriksha means tree. And you add ta to it, it is from the tree. Phalam kutaha patati. Phalam vrikshataha patati. Okay. Now the ta is what is added to the object so that you know from where it is falling. There is also another word called api. Api means also. Atra pustakam asti. Atra pustakam asti. Then you also say lekani api asti. Is also and also a pen. Api is also. Atra pustakam asti, lekani api asti. So you have a book and also a pen. So that api is a word. Conjunction. Vak prayogaha, vakya prayogaha means usage in sentence. For example, who is seeing? Kaha pashyatu. Let's say everybody, you are an audience, all are seeing. You see, sarvaha pashyatu. Sarvaha pashyatu. If it is only one person, you say Ramaha pashyati. Aham pashyami. Ramaha pashyati. If everybody is saying sarvaha pashyatu, plural. What do they see? Sarvaha kim pashyatu. Kim means what? Sarvaha kim pashyatu. What do all the people see? All are seeing very auspicious things. Supposing it's a nice lamp or a rangoli or flowers, everything is very auspicious. Sarvaha badrani pashyatu. Badrani means auspicious things. Auspicious things. All are seeing very auspicious things. Sarvaha badrani pashyatu. Plural. Let's go further. A simple conversation. If you are asking a boy, what's your name? See, Bhavataha Nama Kim. Bhavataha Nama Kim. What is your name? Let's say you're asking me, I will answer Mama Nama Subramanian. My name is Subramanian. If I were to ask you, Bhavatyaha Nama Kim. So you ask that question to a girl or a lady, even though in English it is still the same, what is your name? In Sanskrit, you have to address the gender correctly. When you address a female person, you have to say Bhavatyaha Nama Kim. And how do you answer? Mama Nama Trinetrini or Mama Nama Sudarshini. Mama Nama Vidya. My name is Vidya. The answer is same. Mama Nama and put your name. The gender doesn't count. But when you ask a question, very important that you address correctly Bhavataha for a male person, Bhavatyaha in case of female person. Okay, remember this. And if it's a neutral gender, you say Etat Kim. Etat Kim. What is this? Etat Pustakam. This is near Etat Pustakam. This is a book. So in Bhavataha Namakim, Bhavatyaha Namakim, Etat Kim. It's a simple conversation. Okay? Now, one of the important subjects in Sanskrit is called Niruktam. It is a part of the Veda called Vedangas. Veda has got different limbs. And Niruktam is considered to be the Veda's ears. What does it mean? What does it contain? You know, in English you have a dictionary, right? In dictionary you can find the meanings of words. There's also a thesaurus, which gives you equivalent words. If you take one word, then it gives you many other words which are similar in meaning. And that is a thesaurus. You get the Roget's thesaurus, you get dictionary of different types, Oxford Dictionary, Chambers Dictionary, and so on. And Roget's thesaurus. Dictionary gives the meaning of a word. Thesaurus gives equivalent words to a word. So Niruktam is the dictionary and thesaurus for the Vedas. Nir means to bring out, and it's a verbal root walk. Iru Uktam. Uktam is come from the word walk, to speak or utter. It's also called Nigantu. It's a thesaurus compiled by Askara Muni. It deals with various interpretation, describes, tells you why something is called what it is called. So when you find a word, you find it is linked up with the quality, and you can see there is a historical background to a word. In Sanskrit, it's very common. And that is the beauty here. When you have many words which are derived from root, and eventually it gives you different meanings. Now, for example, Sanskrit hora refers to a measure of time. You see, in English you call hour, right? Hour is also a measure of time. So in Panchangam you have what is called hora. So Niruktam is that particular part of the Vedas which deals with the beauty of words, provides you a dictionary and a thesaurus, and gives you a variety of meanings for a particular word, but also gives you many words equivalent to a particular word. So you just note more of information than anything else. Okay. Now, one of the beauties of Sanskrit is for a single object, you have many, many names, multiple names. For example, if you say water in English, how many equivalents you've got? Hardly any. Maybe a chemical composition called H2O. But how can you describe water by any other name in English? Very difficult, right? You don't have. But in Sanskrit, you have more than 68 names, all describing water. I am giving you just about 12 of them. Just 12 of them here, like Paniya. You know, when do you puja and all that, you say Paniyam Samarpayami. You in the temple, they Paniyam Samarpayami, which is water, offering water. In Hindi, you call Pani. In Marathi also, you take Pani. Jala is another name. You all know Jalam, right? Udakam also means water. Neer. In Tamil also you call Neer. In Telugu also you call Neer. Also refers to water. Salilam. Also water. Salilam Varshaya. This is rain. Salilam Varshaya. Pouring. Vari is also meaning water. Toyam. Pushpam Phalam Toyam. You know, in Bhagavad Gita you have this. Pushpam Phalam Toyam. You offer either a flower or a fruit, and if you can't afford to buy a fruit, even if you offer Toyam, which is water, the Lord is happy. He is not asking for anything special. Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Any of this is okay. That it is Toyam is water. Apu. Up is also water. Apo Kishta Mayo Bhuvaha. In Sadhya Mandram we say that Apo Kishta Mayo Bhuvaha Sthana Bhute Zadatana. There is a mantram. Trishaham. Trisha means thirst, you know. One which quenches the thirst is called Trishaham, that is water. Pushkaram also is water. You know, Pushkarini, if you go to Tirupati and some places, you have a tank. That's called Pushkarini, which contains water, Pushkaram. Kilalam also refers to water. Asu, water. You know, tears. In Hindi, you call asu, right? Asu comes from the word asu. Asu is water. Water coming down from the eyes is called asu. So you have so many names for one single object. And that's the beauty of Sanskrit. They are all used in different contexts, but they all mean only one object, which is water here. Okay. There are many such words. I'm just giving you one example. Now, you can build your vocabulary. I'm going to give you some words and gradually you'll start using them. Like Madhura Vachanam, sweet words. Sometimes mom talks to you and she tells you very sweet words, right? Want to eat some food. And mom comes and tells you, please take this, it is very good. And she speaks Madhura Vachanam. Very sweetly, sweet words. Priya Vachanam is pleasant words. Born out of love or affection. Dad sometimes encourages you with Priya Vachanam. Oh, Trini, you are a nice girl. You will do very well in school. He encourages you, right? And he talks you Priya Vachanam. These very pleasant words. Namaskaraha, everybody knows. It means salutations. Dhanyavadaha, also you know. It means thank you. If I say you've done a great job, excellent job, I say Uttamam. Uttamam means excellent. So that is a remark you should get in your answers. Uttamam, excellent. Beautiful. As God, again, beautiful is one word in English, but you have so many of them in Sanskrit, just like water. Here I'm giving you one word called Shobhanam. Shobhanam, it refers to beautiful. Victory, Vijaya. And if you are going for an examination and I want to say, win the exam or win the race, say Vijayi Bhava, be victorious. Vijayi Bhava. Vijayi is victorious and Bhava means be. Vijayi Bhava. Jaya Vijayi Bhava. Jaya means win. Be victorious. So this is some of the words in vocabulary, and you can jot it down in your diary or something and keep practicing those. Okay, I'm going to now teach you a very small verse, beautiful verse, which is easy to remember, which I learned when I was in school. And I think it's a beautiful, nice verse which differentiates what is a crow and a cuckoo. You know, cuckoo is one which sings beautifully. The crow cannot. The crow say ka ka ka, but both are black. So he say ka kaha Krishnaha. Krishna means black. You know, everybody knows Krishna. You go to the temple, you have Krishna. You have pictures of Krishna at home. Krishna itself means black. So ka kaha Krishnaha. The crow is black. Pikaha Krishnaha. Pika means the cuckoo, the quill. They say quill. Quill sings beautifully. Pikaha Krishnaha. The cuckoo is black. Ko bedaha pika kakayoho. Ko bedaha. Ko means what? Bedaha is difference. Pika kakayoho. What is the difference between the crow and the cuckoo? Both are black. Kakaha Krishnaha, Pikaha Krishnaha. Ko bedaha pika kakayoho. Then what is the difference? The next line answers this question. Ko bedaha Vasanta kale prapte. Vasanta means springtime. Vasantakale is springtime. Prapte, when the spring season comes. Kaka kakaha, the crow is a crow. Pikak pikaha, the cuckoo is a cuckoo. You know what is the difference? When spring comes, the cuckoo starts singing. Because it's so happy, the cuckoo starts singing. We also feel happy when the spring comes, right? The plants start blooming, the lawn starts growing, the flowers start blooming, and the winter is all gone, and you feel like walking, nice sun. So we all feel happy, we feel like singing. And the cuckoo also sings during the spring season, but the crow cannot sing. It can only say, ka, ka, ka. So when the spring season comes, Vasantakale prapte, kaka, kakaha, pikak, pikaha. The crow is a crow and the cuckoo is a cuckoo. So see how nice this verse is, just 2 lines, beautiful. But you see the question, ko bedaha pikakayoho. What is the difference? The question there. And next line, it just says when springtime comes, the crow is a crow and the cuckoo is a cuckoo. It doesn't say that the cuckoo can sing. It just leaves it to the imagination of the person who reads it. So you have many such verses in Sanskrit. They're beautiful. Okay, now coming to the concluding prayer. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. You know, one of the beautiful things about our religion, particularly Vedas, is that it is very positive and it always talks good. It wishes well to everybody. Sarvesha means all. It doesn't discriminate. It doesn't discriminate between anybody. It says Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Let everybody, let all be healthy. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Let everybody be peaceful. Anybody, all around the globe, wherever you are. Sarvesham shantir bhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Let everybody be complete, not incomplete. Purnam bhavatu. Complete means if you are a student, you should focus your attention on studies. If you are a work person, focus your attention on work. And if you are an artist, focus on art. But be complete. Don't leave it halfway. Don't be incomplete. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Mangalam means auspicious. Not only to be happy and healthy and peaceful and complete, let also everybody be auspicious. Wishing well for others. Not having hate in mind, but love. That becomes auspiciousness. So you find that's why many of these Mahans, like Sai Baba and many of these Mahans, they are all always thinking good things in their mind. So they are Mangalam. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavati. They wish well for everyone. They do not wish anybody to have any kind of suffering. No sickness. Everybody should be healthy and happy. So in this concluding prayer, you have 4 lines. And each of the 4 lines says Sarvesham, Sarvesham, Sarvesham. Everybody, all should be healthy, all should be happy, all should be peaceful, all should be complete, all should be auspicious. So that is the concluding prayer. With this, we conclude this lesson. And last but not the least, exercises for the next one. I'm going to give you 2 exercises. Exercise 5 and 6 as usual, each of 5 questions. and you do the translation on your own. And there are some of the words, some of the things we talked about in this lesson which come here. It's easier for you to do that. So try it out, but you are all doing very well, so I'm sure you can do very well these two exercises also. Okay, with that, I'm going to stop now and I'm going to unmute you. So if you have any questions, you can ask now. Okay, Trinetrani, you have the first choice.
Yes.
How did you find today's lesson? Was it too tough or too difficult?
It was really interesting how there is a lot of how you told us that there is a lot of different ways to say one word.
Very good.
Because I always thought it was just one word.
Okay.
I thought it was like any other language.
Yeah. What about Sudarshini?
So today's class was interesting. I liked it.
Sudarshini, how did you find today's lesson? Did you find it difficult?
It was fun and it's interesting.
It was fun. You liked it?
Yeah.
Oh, good, good. You know, it's very difficult to cover too many things in Sanskrit because it is a complex subject, complex in grammar. But what I would like you to learn is simple sentences and simple words. Okay?
Yep.
You're not going to be really making a big conversation in Sanskrit because very few people can really make a big lecture or a conversation. But when you read some Sanskrit words, you should know what is the meaning and you should be able to enjoy. Like, you know, little 2-line verses and some slokams, what you read, okay? There you will find all these words coming in.
Yeah, when we went to our summer camp, there was Sanskrit. There's these two people that came to teach us Sanskrit, and for winning the games, we got these like mini Sanskrit dictionaries.
Yeah, that's right. So next time when somebody recites something, you can understand, not completely, but a little bit about Sanskrit. Because it's a very big subject, it will take quite some time for you to become very familiar, but you are all progressing very well, step by step, okay? You are now in first grade, okay, as far as Sanskrit is concerned. Then you have to gradually step it up, okay? Very good. Enjoy yourself and we meet next Wednesday, okay?
Okay.
All right. Namaste.
Namaste.
Bye-bye.